We were a hog farm, oh my gosh, almost 40 years. We sold breeding stock, we did artificial insemination, we sold boar semen, so we were always on the cutting edge of technology in the swine industry. Our facilities were getting to the age where we had to do some major reinvestment. This building we're in alone was a farrowing nursery building. We were going to have to reinvest almost another $250,000 just to maintain it, to keep it and not expand, just to upgrade the facilities in it. And the way the industry was headed at that point, we couldn't see where there was going to be a return on investment. We'd be ready to retire before we ever got our building paid off. And the other buildings all needed upgrading also. So we were trying to look for other viable, long-term, sustainable industries. And we looked broad spectrum at production agriculture. And conventional agriculture in the United States is really, it's a mature industry, being vertically integrated, and say it's dependent on export. So every time a government has a whim, political parties change, it throws everything into chaos. Fish, on the other hand, is a domestic market. It's a deficit industry in the United States, $9.3 billion deficit in the year 2003. Second highest import, only to oil. Yellow perch in our region is very much a regional fish. However, there's a 110 million pound deficit just in our region, which they consider the 50-mile radius of the Great Lakes. Beyond that region, there's a demand for yellow perch, but there's no supply. So overproduction in yellow perch is a long way out, and that's how we see it as very much a long-term sustainable market. There's health advisories on your wild-caught fish out of the lakes, rivers, tributaries in the United States. 90% of the waters have alerts and warnings on them, meaning that you should only eat them maybe once a month, if at all. If you're pregnant, young children, elderly, immune depressed, you shouldn't eat any fish out of wild-caught. Well, that makes the aquaculture a viable alternative.
Part of it was a challenge, part of it was potential money. Big part of it was I don't know how to put this, but no outside control. Nobody can tell me what to do. Like with the contracts on chickens and hogs, I haven't got that here yet. There was very little bit of government regulation at the time. Just independence, I guess you want to call it. A lot of it was a challenge of doing it.